Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for visiting and hanging out with me. Leaving for a cruise tomorrow. I'll see if I can make you guys one more video before I go tonight that I can do for you guys before I go. I'm not sure I will, but I'll try. So basically, I'm going to show you something here. So this is, I went to the casino today. I played craps. And I won again. I think that was like my 19th straight time that I won. I hadn't lost in forever, and then I finally lost. And I won now 19 times in a row. So I keep track. So we didn't win a lot of money today, but we did win. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I call... You're basically not going to lose when you play craps. You're just not going to lose when you play craps. You might lose maybe 1 out of 20 times, maybe. So if you guys are going to the casino and you're losing a lot when you play craps, pay attention to this one. And I just don't see how you're going to really lose. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have... $3,000. We got $3,000. We got $2,000 in black, and we have $1,000 in green. I think that's realistic for a lot of you guys out there. You know, if you only have $1,000 to work with, you can pull it off. So what I want to focus on and explain to you guys is this: the more I'm realizing about this game is 98%, maybe even 100% of the people who play this game I'd say 98%, put themselves in vulnerable situations all the time. It's just the standard way to play this game. And what they're doing a lot of times is they're going like this. They're going, here, matter of fact, let's get $100 in red. And we'll give them 100 here to pay for that out of our money. Okay, so a lot of you guys will go like this. You'll either do the 6-8, okay? So if the 7 comes, you're going to lose $60. So you're risking 60 to win 35. You're risking 60 to win 35. So let's say you get the win. So they give you the 35. And then you stay up. Some of you even will press the money where you'll give away your profit. Some of you will just keep it up the way that it is. And then the next thing you know, the 7 comes. So you technically are down $30, right? So you're not even in profit anymore. So a lot of you guys will play like that. Some of you guys will pick up the 9 and the 5 as well. So you got $110 invested. So you're risking that to make $35. That is the pretty standard, typical way of people, how they play. If you're somebody who likes the 4 and 10, some of you guys will go 25 each on the 4 and the 10. Maybe you'll bring in the 6-8. Maybe you'll only bet the 8. Maybe you'll only bet the 4. No matter how you do it, you are vulnerable for $50 there, okay? So that's the reason why a lot of you guys struggle. And then when you lose to the 7, you just redo the bets. You either go up on your bets or you just do the same bets. So let's say you lost in this scenario. Let's say you lost in that scenario right there and the 7 comes, okay? And you got 1 hit. So let's say you got a hit on the 6. So you got $35 for the 6, right? And you don't do anything. You pocket your money and you keep it up there, and then boom. 4-3 comes out and says hello to you, and you're going to lose. So in reality, you are giving back the $35 just with the 6, pretty much, and then you're losing $75 basically. You're going to lose $75 when you were up 35. So you're just putting yourself in a very vulnerable situation every single time you play the game. And it's never going to work for you. You will just keep doing the same thing over and over It doesn't make a difference if you go up after you get picked off. You're just putting yourself in a more vulnerable situation. Okay, so what I want to recommend that you do is completely change the way that you play the game. Completely change your whole philosophy on the game. Because if you don't, you're always going to remain a losing player. It doesn't matter if you go to the casino and you win $600. It doesn't matter. You're not going to win in the long run if you play the way that you're playing, based on what I just showed you, okay? All right, so there's a lot of things that you can do to change the way that you play. And what we're going to do is we're going to do that. We're going to do that today. And you're going to learn to play more of a mathematical way of playing where you're being way smarter. Maybe you don't win as much money, but you're not going to lose. So if you have like $2,000, $3,000, I just don't see you losing. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So what we're going to do is we're not going to do anything. Okay, we're gonna call this strategy never lose strategy. That's what it's called, never lose strategy. Here we go. Somebody else is rolling. We don't care who it is. Okay, they're going to get an 8. So the point is an 8. You're not going to do anything. It's an 11. Okay, now what you're going to be doing is you're going to be paying attention to the 2s and the 3s and the 11s and the 12s. You're going to pay attention to those as well. Okay, that was a 9. There's a 7. All right. So what happened? Every single person that had bet the pass line lost. Most of the people who bet the 5, 6, 8, and 9, they lost as well. All right. Now, the don't pass was the winner. So what we're going to do is every single time that one side wins, we're always going to bet the side that just won. Every single time. But we're not going to keep betting it. We're only going to bet it one time after the win. Okay, after the win. So we're going to go $25 on the don't pass, okay? Okay, the point is a 5. Okay, so we're on the don't pass. We have a 5 is the point, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and say, well, what could we do? Have we earned any money yet? Have we made any money yet? No. What happens if a 7 comes right now? We're going to win $25, right? Okay, if we put a quarter on that come bet, what happens if a 7 comes or an 11? If a 7 comes, we're going to win $50. If an 11 comes, we're going to win just a quarter. Okay, let's try it. Okay, it's a 2, all right? So you lost on the come bet. All right, now, because you lost on a come bet, you're not going to do it again. Every single thing that you do is a momentum to only play the winning side. Can you play the winning side on the don't pass side? No, you can't. So we do not do a bet. Okay, we're down 25. Okay, and there's a 7. So because we got picked off on the come, we would have won money with the 7, but it came too late. So we're going to get our money back. And what side won? The don't pass won. How many times in a row did the don't pass win? 2 times in a row. Well, we already did the momentum where we played just the winner one time. So we do not play anything right now. You understand? Okay, it's a 9. Okay, so we don't do anything right now. It's an 8. And there's a 7. So the don't pass won again. It won again. Now the don't pass has won like 3 or 4 times in a row. So we do not do anything. Okay, there's a 4. And there's a 4. So guess what won? The pass line. So what do we do? That's the first pass line win. So we're going to bet the pass line. Okay, here we go. It's an 8. Point is an 8. Okay, so here we go. Now, if we bet this come and a 7 comes, we're going to break even. So we want to do at least the come bet right here. Okay, it's an 11. Okay, so this won, and that's a winner on the come. So we're going to get paid a quarter. And now what you're going to do is you're going to pocket the quarter, and you're going to do it one more time. Just one more time. Because it won. It won. It did not lose. It won. Okay, so this is going to go to the 5. All right. Now, what happens if a 7 comes now? Are we going to lose $50? No. We're really only going to lose 25. Why? Because we already won here. So all we're risking is $25, but we're not doing any more bets, okay? Okay, and there's an 8, which is the point, which means the pass line wins for the second time, and we get a quarter, and that means that we are done with the pass line because it's already won 2 in a row, and now we're stuck on the 5, which is our come bet, so we're free rolling. The name of this system is never lose. So how can you lose when you've already collected 50 and you only are vulnerable for a quarter? That is the way that we play. So you have no choice but to work this because it's a come bet. So we don't have no pass line, we don't have no don't pass. We're just working that 5. Okay, it's a 7, so we're going to lose the 5. Okay, now what won? The pass line. Because this was the come out. Even though that we did not bet it, we keep track of that. So the pass line won. Okay, so how many times in a row has the pass line won? How many times in a row? Only 1. So what do? We bet the pass line. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's a snake eye. So we're going to lose. Okay, so we lose on the pass line. Now, what won? The don't pass. How many times in a row is that? 1 time. So we're going to bet $50 on the don't pass. So we went up a quarter. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's a 10. Okay, point is a 10. So now we're going to go, we got our 7 to try to beat the 10. Okay, here we go. 5. 8. Okay, we're going to put a quarter on the come bet. If a 7 comes, we get $75. A 2, so we're going to lose that quarter. Because the come bet lost, we're done with the come bet. There is no more come bet. Okay, here we go. A 3, 2, 5. A 9. 12. 11. 6. 9. 12. 7. Okay, we're going to get $50. Okay, we're going to remove the don't pass. Why? Because the don't pass just won again. So we're done with the don't pass. We're done. Okay? We're done with the pass line, we're done with the come, and we're done with the don't pass. There is no bet right now. You have to see when the next one wins. So the don't pass already won too many times, and we're waiting for the pass line to win. That's the only move that we would have next would be the pass line. There is no other bet. We're just going to wait. Okay, that's a 5. A 7. So what won? The don't pass. The don't pass means that we can't bet because it's already won too many times. Okay, there's a 7. So what's that mean? The don't pass finally lost. So the pass line won. We're going to bet the pass line for a quarter. We're looking for the momentum only 1 time after a win. Only 1. Doesn't matter if it's the don't pass or the pass line. It doesn't matter. Okay, it's a 5. We're going to bet the come bet. First time. Here we go. A 7. Okay, so guess what? Guess what? If we don't make this move, we lose this pass line. So this is going to reimburse us here, which is why we did it, okay? So we're going to keep our money. This comes down. Now what side won? The don't pass. That's the first time. So we do a quarter on the don't pass. Okay, there's a 9. Okay, we're going to go here on the come. There's an 8. Okay, now, am I vulnerable on my 8? No, because I can get reimbursed with the don't pass. Okay, here we go. 7. I lose here, but I win here. So I don't lose anything. Okay, now which one won? The don't pass won. So we can't bet anymore. We have to wait. And there's a 7. The pass line just won for the first time. So we get to bet the pass line. Okay, here we go. 7. Okay, we win. Okay, we're going to come off of the pass line. Why? Because it won 2 times in a row. That's it. There is no more bet. We have to wait for the don't pass to win now. Okay, there's an 8. Okay, there's an 8. So what won? The pass line won. So we cannot bet. The pass line's won 3 in a row. 5. 11. 8. 5. Pass line wins again. The pass line has won 4 times in a row. 9. So what you're doing is you're never losing consistently. You're never losing consistently, ever. Okay, there's a 12, an 8, a 10, a 10, an 8, a 10, an 11, a hard 4, little T in the bends out, 6, 9. The pass line has won 5 times in a row. 5 times in a row. So you cannot bet it yet. And there it loses right there. The pass line loses for the very first time, which means that the don't pass has won 1 time in a row, and the momentum goes to the don't pass. So we're actually going to call this system momentum. But it's just a single momentum, okay? So we'll call it momentum, but it's just a single momentum, okay? So we're going to play the don't pass. 7. Okay, we're going to lose. It fails to win 2 in a row. The pass line has won 6 times out of 7. So because the pass line won, that was the first time in a row. So we're going to play the momentum of that pass line, and we're going to go up to $50. And it's a 6. Okay, the point is a 6. A 10. Okay, now what we're going to do, that's a 9. What we're going to do now is we're going to go $25 on the come bet here. Hard 4. Okay, I'm going to go $25 on the come bet. An 8. Okay, I'm going to go $50 on the come bet. An 8. This goes to the 8. We're going to come down on the 8, and we get a quarter. Okay? All right. Now, we are very, very vulnerable here. Very vulnerable. We can lose $125. So we're going to go 75 on the come bet. There's an 8. 75 is going to go to the 8, and 50 comes off of the 8, so we get 50. Okay, now, how much money have we won so far? $75. So the most that we're vulnerable for is $75 right now. But we have a good chance to hit the 8 or the 4 or the 6. We have a 6, we have an 8, we have a 4. Those are good numbers, except for this one, of course, okay? So we are vulnerable for $75. But this is the perfect opportunity to stop the come bets, okay? We're no longer going to hedge anything. If we throw a 4 or a 10, we're going to hedge the 4 or the 10. An 8, okay? We win the $75. This comes down, and we can't lose now, okay? So we've already made more than we can possibly lose, which means we're free rolling. Okay, there's a 6, and we get the $50 on the pass line. So the pass line wins again, and now we're going to rack our chips. This comes down, and all we have is a working 4, and we can't lose. The pass line wins again. We do not bet anything. We have to wait for the don't pass, and we hit a 4 on the come out. And because it's a come bet, it's always working. So we win this quarter. Okay, now you would just cash out. You would just cash out. That's how it would work. Okay, it's not a lot of money, but I've taught you guys a million times in this game. This is a game of ups and downs. I don't care how fun it is when you play. I don't care. It's a game of ups and downs, ups and downs. So what you want to do, you can try to maintain it if you're not going really up, but you're going down, and then you go back to even, and then you go down a little, and you go back to even, and then boom, you go up, you're gone. You got to leave. Okay? So we're going to go ahead, and that is our full fight. This is our money right here. Okay, we have $1,000 and $2,000. That's $3,000. So we made $150. We made $250. There's nothing wrong with that. We never got in trouble. We were vulnerable at one point for like $75 to $150 or something like that we were vulnerable, which is why we made the big come bet, because we needed to have some type of protection there. Now, what we would have done is if a 4 or a 10 would have hit, as soon as a 4 would have hit or a 10, we would have laid that 4 to cover at a large amount of the money that we were vulnerable at. That's just what you have to do when you're playing that way. You have to play that way. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Probably, like tomorrow, like I said, I'll be in Cancun. I'll be gambling in Cancun. But guess what? I'm doing a vlog for you guys on my trip. So I will be vlogging it. I will be filming it in the cabin and on the craps table, all that kind of stuff. So I will be filming. I even got a body camera, all that kind of stuff that I'm taking. All right, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Give me a like. Helps the channel's algorithm. Hit that like button real quick. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and subscribe if you like this content. Thank you, guys.